Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a very unique times live stream. We have a few issues today, and I think we're just going to have to bear with them. One is that we have lower quality in streaming due to the amount of users. So YouTube and other streaming platforms have lowered their quality of their streams significantly. And also, we might have quite a few times that the buffering circle will come on your screen. That is also something that we've got to just deal with due to, again, everybody using it, especially over the weekend. But if you are joining me live for the first time, then welcome and thank you for subscribing. And as you know, I do say hello to everybody as they come in. So that is what I'm going to do in the first 5 minutes. Hi Mandy, hi Lou, and Rebel, Tammy, Lozzie, Shelley, Catherine, Becky. Oh gosh, so many of you. Amber Lee, Kirsty, Robin, Laura. Hi, I haven't seen you in ages. Pamela, Charlotte, so many of you. Hi Melody. Oh my goodness, hello. Gary, Tonya, Bridget, I am an hour early today. Don't forget our clocks in the UK go back, forward overnight. So we're going to be back to the normal times. Cassandra, Liza, Joey, Linda, wow, hello. Hi. Okay, I'm a bit all over the place at the moment, I'll admit, as you probably all are yourselves. Hiya Claire, hiya Monica and Darlene and Cassie. Oh my goodness, hi. Right, so, a bit all over the place. Don't know where I'm coming or going. Mine's not with it at all. And I have not settled in my free time apart from this one, which I've been doing. But the mojo's not there because my mind's not there. Hi, Mona. However, what I am going to do is show you how I did the hair. And if we want to continue it, then we will. Just warning, this is just not in her store at the moment. She just needs to relist it because I think they have to put a certain amount up. Hi, Louise. Bianca. Dawn, hiya, hi everyone. That's okay, you lurk away. As I said, I know this is really unprecedented times. I know it's really hard. If you don't feel like, being here, then please, please, please just come in and out as you please because I get it. And a lot of us are not chatty very much at the moment and I get it. So you are more than welcome to come in and out as you please. And even if you're watching this back, a big, huge hug, and I hope that you're staying safe. Yeah, well, what I have used for this hair is a mixed bag. Now, I'll try and do a conversion for you just to Lumis, but I am predominantly using Lumis. I've got one Prismacolor. These are all Luminance. We got a Prisma. Now, I took both of these out to show you. Carrot is what I used in the skin tone set of the Black Widows. Now you can use Cornelian in the Lumis, but I just prefer the hardness of the carrot. Don't forget these are just that tad bit softer, so I would say if you wanted to use a harder pencil at that point, go for the carrot over the Cornelian. This is Black Widows, that is Luminance. You want me to do a poly conversion? Okay, that is absolutely fine. Let me write that down, hun. 1 second. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Hey! I'm so glad. So how many of you actually have been able to concentrate and done a picture or something? Hi Patty. Anyone I may have missed, a big huge welcome, and as I say, I hope you're all staying safe. Okay, so you want a poly conversion, no problem. If I can't find a poly in one, I'll mix it. Oh, thank you, Claire. Yeah, these are sent. These are now wraps, and they were Desiree, bless her, she sent me a load of these last year, and my nails have been through some tough times recently. Very nearly got back to biting them, but I haven't. Me too, me too. I do, I love it. I love it as well. I hope that this is a bit of an escape for a couple of hours for you. I did come on a bit earlier because we were all at home. I thought, what am I waiting for? Why? We're home. Why not? Yeah, why am I sitting here thinking everyone's at work? Most of us are home. It is me as well. Hey, Shannon. Okay, let me just message Mum and let her know I'm on. Mum, I'm on an hour earlier. 1 second ago, I always message Mum. Bless her. She'd probably be really mad with me if I didn't. Like, why didn't you tell me? Okay, first off, I've just got on, Shannon. It's fine. You've only missed like 3 minutes of me gibbering and jabbering away. Okay, so as I said, this is mostly Lumis, which are one of my top favorites. You can't concentrate on colouring, but you can concentrate on paintings. Do you know what? Whatever's helping you get through this time. To be honest, I haven't really been colouring. I've only done this one. I've been glued to the news, which is really not healthy, but you can't help it because you need to know what's going on. However, I have also been reading. So I picked it up. Yay, Lozzie. Hi, Leah. Yeah, do you know what? I'm trying so hard to get a routine of something other than the news, because it is really hard, and I get it. As I say to you, this is why I really thought it'd be nice for everyone who did need that escape, even if you're not watching me and you just use the chat. It's somewhere you can come and talk to people. Hi, Suze. It's somewhere where you can come and talk, and no one else is streaming on a Saturday daytime. And I thought, well, I'll come on an hour earlier. It's, you know. Yeah, okay, so with regards to the image, I have actually just messaged Isabella. She's a lovely lady. I absolutely adore her. So I've messaged Isabella and I've asked her if she's going to relist it anytime soon. As soon as she messages me back, hopefully during the stream, I'll let you know when. For now, I've linked her store in the description. And you can just keep an eye on it. Now, she will relist it. It's a PDF. It's not a book. I'm reading Cecilia Ahern. But I'm also then going to read The Flat Share directly after. I know, Becky, but sometimes I tell myself I'm not going to watch it and then I go and do. I can't help it. I'm glued to it. I need to know how people are. And when I see it, I want the world to heal. And hence why I've put that in the corner. Where are you? Right there. To say stay at home to protect the healthcare to save lives. Because you can't say that enough. Because there's still people out there with no reason to be. I'm not on about the key workers. I'm not on about people that have to go out. I'm on about the people that don't need to be out. So those need to take a second thought about it, is my words, and think about the implications onto everybody else. Even if you think you're invincible, you're not. So please stay home. Yeah, I did cry my eyes out, Claire. So on Thursday, we all clapped for the NHS and the key workers and the carers. Thank you so much. We're going to do it in a minute. And I think they're going to try and make it an every Thursday thing. So we were all just clapping. And that goes to every single person who is keeping these countries together. So a massive, massive applause for you. You are just heroes. So thank you if you're working in the supermarkets, if you're working in the delivery companies, the pharmaceutical companies, the doctors, the nurses, the surgeons. The entire team of you are what are keeping every single country up. And yet they were the ones, some of them, like people you say, oh, it's unskilled work. Yeah, you're not saying that now. Nothing is. So round of applause. Okay. Anyone that's coming, a huge welcome. A huge welcome. Oh, you're still working. Good morning. Good morning, Mama Loves. Hiya, Vicky. Yes, I should imagine, Miss Fab. You just keep checking on him as much as possible. Oh, hi, Mum. Okay, so what we're going to do for now is I've done Strawberry Blonde on the channel before, a long time ago when we did our hair series. That was a while ago now, probably a year ago. Hi, Joanne. But I did it with Prismacolors. This time I've got an arrangement of colours, and it shouldn't take too long because I have done my before. Well, this is actually one that I'm doing in my free time. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the strands and strokes of the hair. It kind of, you're going to have a bit of shine because it's like waxy pencils. But this is in progress. And I've done the hair, but everything else is in progress. And I've done her in blue for our NHS workers. That's why I put blue. So my little suggestion to you is, if you do end up doing this page when it gets relisted, is that you do it in the colours of your healthcare service. Ours is blue. Some of you is red. Some of you is like a minty green. Some of you is like a different kind of blue. You can do it in any colour that represents your national healthcare service, so any nation that you're in, try and do it to that. So that is what we're going to do for now, and hopefully we will just waste a few hours on something other than what is consuming us. Oh, thank you. Okay, also, just another little thing. We've got a freebie by the same artist. I can never say her name, so I'm going to call her Rozrysowanamama. So, I can never say the name. So, Rozrysowanamama. Oh, you got white. So, do a little bit of grey around the edging. Rozrysowanamama, can never say her beautiful name, Isabella, has also given this in her Facebook group, which I will link after the stream if you're not already in it. This is entirely free, and I thought it was very, very, very cute as well. So this is another one that you can download for absolute free. This is not in her shop. This is on her Facebook group. So if you wanted to get that, that's another one that you've got an option for. This one is in her shop. It isn't in there at this moment in time because they have to put a certain amount of listings, and she's run out. So she just needs to relist it. Hi, Aaliyah. Hi, Adishelle. Yeah, I must admit, I did go quickly before I get on. I did go to the supermarket this morning because Andrew, I don't want him going out because of his immune suppression medication, which is advised that you shouldn't. Which is 12 weeks. 12 weeks that I don't really want him going anywhere, unless he absolutely has to. Now, in the meantime, I'm pushing myself to extreme proportions because I have to. But I went to the supermarket this morning at 6 a.m. I was actually there at 5:45 in the morning, and the shops weren't as bad as they have been. So there is hope. If you did think that their shelves are going to be empty, I can assure you that the shelves are starting to get stocked. So on today's stream. So please don't fear, there is lots and lots of food out there. Okay, so first off, I'm going to bring you down. Hopefully you're nice and zoomed in. So first off, we're going to use a Lumi, and I'm going to say that this is going to be your base, and to fill in any of your, let me show you. Let me put that over there for a second. Okay, so when I'm trying to get my highlights back in, I come in back with this one. I also base with it. It just gives me something to work off of. It's also the colour that I'm using into the light sections. And once you've done all your dark, you can just go into any white spaces with this colour, and it takes out the white and puts in a highlight. That is what I use this one for. So this is raw sienna, and this is the, hi Leslie, and this is Lumi. It is, I put them at the side. I've got every single card for today. So you shouldn't have a problem. And if you do watch this back, you can of course mute it because it's got the colour cards in there instead of having to rewatch the whole thing again. But feel free to talk. You can talk about the situation if that's what you need to do. However, we try and keep it as stress-free as possible. But I understand everyone is stressed at the moment. I mean, this is just not at all what we expected. So I understand your stresses, and I hear them. But this is why I think the streams also are good, because you can just zone out for a couple of hours, because that's something that we haven't been able to do for a long time. So just have a couple of hours with us, and stress levels should be going down by now. They should go down, and hopefully by the end of the stream you'll feel a little bit more relaxed, because you would have spoke with friends, spent a couple of hours of a normal routine, which is, for a lot of us, we do go to the streams, and hopefully that will work. So I'll do one section at a time. I'll do here first, and as I said, this just gives me a base to work off of. It also makes those oranges brighter because it's like a yellow, and it takes off. I don't like white space because you don't have white in your hair unless obviously you got white bits. Hey, watched you. Oh, you got watched your show. You've read you. Okay. Joanne, that is because you're stressed as well. It always makes our body sort of attack us a little bit. You just keep yourself safe, hun. Hello, April. Okay, and I've seen so many of you, including myself, also start the colouring checklist challenge, which is really refreshing because it's giving some people a focus on their colouring and giving them a little sort of prompt instead of not knowing what they want to do. So that's nice. I like that. No, Lozzie, you don't need them. No. Not at all. Okay, I am going to just base this, although I did leave it till last on my one, but that doesn't matter. It is just basing. Okay. Next up, we need a light orange. Okay, I'm just going to have to put my microphone over my page because I have to like hug it with my mouth at the moment, otherwise you won't hear me. And we're going to do Apricot. Okay, so this is our lightest. Hi, Maia. This is our lightest. And like I say all the time, on any pencil you use, I mean, I use budget pencils for her top the other day. Those ones that I showed, they were £15. Hi, Debbie. You can start anytime, Bianca. We need a head start. We need it now. Okay, so the first round is just going to start from the bottom of this section. I think we need it now, don't we? Instead of waiting till April. What are we waiting for? And as I said, if you are anywhere else in the world, remember that the UK's clocks go forward, so we should go back to normal times with the rest of you. Because it messed you up for a little bit. You're thinking, what's going on? Why is she on like later than usual? It's not. It's because you jumped forward another hour and left us behind. Thank you. So we will rejoin you back to normal hours. Okay, so this one I'm not worrying about strands being strands. I'm just putting in some colour. Where we start to define the strands is on the darker ones. Hi, Nana. Sorry, Lozzie. As I said, I will do, because someone's requested it, I will do a, because if you want to see this kind of colour done with Prismacolors, it's already on the channel. Just go back. In the hair playlist, go back on there and you'll find it. I will do a polychromo conversion for today. And if I can't find the exact tone, I will find something that resembles it so that you can use this instead of this, so to speak, instead of leaving you in the dark. Although I am going to find it really hard getting a colour exactly like the Russet, because I love this colour so much. It's going to be more edging on a red or something like those terracotta types of colours, but I'll have a look. Oh, Mum. Mum's now got the ability to watch me on the TV. Poor Dad. Hi, Dad. Dad's probably doing his word searches, am I right? He's probably thinking, why are you talking to me? I can hear you. I can't see you. But hello. Okay, I need to turn my page. I cannot do this without turning my page. So it's got to happen. Turning your page is going to make this a heck of a lot easier. Especially on a curve. You can do it straight on those bits, but on a curve you need to turn that page. You can't help it. Otherwise you're going to have really, really funky lines going on, and it is not going to be pretty. It's just going to look like she had an attack. Oh, bless you, Cliff. Thank you. I say this and I put it in my notes as well. Bless your hearts. It is such a difficult time. Thank you so much, but you have to also look after yourselves, and that is your main priority right now. So I am so thankful beyond words. Thank you so very much. Okay, so we're going to just put the lightest colour in first, and I'm going to build up colour. Now, with this one, I'm not worried about strands. I'm just worried about the placement. And then I start coming in with strands. Now, I love Lumis. Still my favourite one to do hair with does stand as polys. And I'll tell you why, because they're harder. And I find the harder pencils are, the easier it is to do hair. Okay, so I'm just going to also do it on this little section here. And I'm going to leave that plait till last. Okay. So we'll do section by section. And then on this bit here, we're going to come this way because it is these ways. Also, if you're finding that your quality is a bit on the lower side right now, I don't know how high you're allowed to go up. Yeah, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, Claire. If you're finding your quality's low, it's just because all of the streaming platforms have given the go-ahead for lowering the quality, because there's so many people online at the moment. I mean, what else have we got? Yeah, I love them because they're harder, aren't they, Amberly? So if you're thinking of doing hair a lot, like it's something you'd like to focus on, I would say go for your polys, just because they are harder and easier to manipulate. Sometimes wax can build up and just go to one muddled mess. That's why you've got to be quite light with them. Whereas polys, you can go a bit harder. And you'll find that with any pencil set that's harder. Okay, so we're getting a base going. There we go. Okay, next up, I'm going to go for the next colour in our little arrangement. Now, as I said, these two are more or less the same on laydown. They don't make a massive difference. I've tried. You can choose either or, but if you're asking for my opinion, I'd go for the Carrot in the Black Widows over the Cornelian in Lumis, just because this is harder and easier to work with than this one. That's okay, you lurk away. And hiya, Robin. Robin, I'm going to call because they've got a few Robins now. Hiya, Hannah. Okay. Then we're going to go on the straight. As I said, you're going to have a little bit of a turn in. I can't do this any other way. We're going to go for orange in the Lumis next. I've got a nice sharp pencil, and this is quite a bright, vivid orange. Now I'm going to really start focusing on bringing up strands upwards and making some sort of impact on the colour now. And making them look a bit more like strands, because at the moment they're not. And that's just because you've got to have something to work on, and these colours combined work really well together. Okay, and when you have this bottom bit, just make sure that you can go in like this to start with, you know, just get it going. Okay. Oh, okay. I honestly thought you'd be asleep because you were asleep earlier. Thank you so much. You rest yourself. I'll speak to you probably in the next day or so. You rest, and I hope you enjoy it until you nap. I thought if I come on a bit earlier it might help as well, because I know that I'm an hour later to you again now because of that time difference. But we adjust back tomorrow. We do adjust back, so it should be back to normal, not confusing us all on times. And I found something funny, and it's don't forget to do the clocks. You don't want to miss an hour. You don't want to get up an hour late for just lazing around. And it's just like so true. Although you don't feel like lazing around, you feel like doing something. It makes you feel antsy, doesn't it? And it also makes you feel like you need to organise or something, that you need to be in control of something. It's weird. You don't feel so relaxed. You know, some people can, and I'm like, I'm actually envious of you. But I have not been relaxed at all, and I've not been focused, and I'm finding it very hard to concentrate on anything right now. But I think we're all in the same boat, and that's what makes it, you know, relatable to everyone. Okay, so let's put in some orange going around the curve. Hello, Pat. Welcome. I hope you're staying safe too. As I say, stay home if you can. Obviously, I know if people need to work, it's different. Okay. See, already we're going very orange. Next up, we're going to go for carrot. This is the way I'm going to do it. Carrot, which I love. Tiny bit of pumpkin orange, russet, and dark brown. That's the order. The dark brown is going to be very minimal. It's just to put in a little bit of, this to go through so you can see it streaks. I know, Leslie. I know. It's making us very anxious, isn't it? Okay, carrot. And this is also, you can use cornelian if you don't have the Black Widows. So I'm going to use carrot in the Black Widows. It's from the skin set, the light set. Just because I like it, because it's a bit harder and I can really start to see strands. Okay. There we go. Is that good in your screens? So I'm going to try and not snap my pencil. And anyone I may have missed or anyone lurking, a huge, huge hello. And I hope that you are well and safe too. That's okay, April, lurk away. Honestly, anyone that needs to, please do. Okay, so we're going to start to really bring in strands to, can you see it all coming up into that middle part now? Every colour that you lay down and every layer that you do brings more to it. It's not going to be in vain. I've done a lot of practice in hair over the year or 2 or 3. I didn't even really get into hair for the last, I'd say 2-3 years ago. And ever since then, I just love doing it. And I would just pick up PDFs and just practice. Not do the picture, just do the hair. And I find that relaxing. So you can do that. You know, if you just want to practice, you don't have to do the whole picture. You can go back to it if you do want to. But it's good for practice, especially the Mariola PDFs. You can practice on those. Okay, so we're going to bring in this nice deep orange. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Oh, me too, Amberly. I'm so glad it's made you feel relaxed, Miss Fab. That's what I said. Even if we don't get a lot achieved, it's nice to come and sort of just hang out for a bit, and it is good to get us away from the news, especially me. I'm talking for myself here. Yeah, Cassie, we are. Hence why a stream was probably a good idea, because I'm not even gonna lie, I was finding it very hard to get motivated for anything, and I was thinking, am I going to be boring? I asked Rebel, will it be boring? She said no. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, have I got something to talk about? And then I realised when I start streaming that I've always got something to talk about. Hannah, I'm going to do the whole picture. It's the hair today. I'm going to do this whole picture. But I am going to give you an idea on the clothes. I'm going to do her in blue. So I'm going to stop the one I'm doing and I'm going to do this one. So my feel on it was, if you wanted to do your own clothing, then I would recommend that, because you can do it, if you wanted to the colour of your NHS, or not NHS, you've got a health service of some kind. So we got something called the NHS. And, you know, everyone has a healthcare team in their country, and everybody has different scrub colours. And I just thought it'd be nice and quite fitting and a tribute to your country's health teams in fighting this, to do them in the colours of your country's scrubs. Well, you never know. The thing is, if you're watching this back and you haven't got the chat open, I've just got to turn the page. The thing is, with the boring part, I'll tell you where that comes from. When all you've done, normally I've got a million things to talk about, because I've watched a million things, talked about a million things, and chatted my head off throughout the week. I haven't done that. I fed my brain with the news, world news. I fed my brain every day with this corona. And I thought, it's really hard not to. What am I going to talk about? But I'm finding it's actually quite easy, so I shouldn't have worried. However, that being said, I've noticed quite a lot of streamers are finding it very hard at the moment, and they do need some slack, because, you know, we're finding it difficult like everybody else, and you want to do it, and you want to be there, and you want to stream, and you want to be the entertainer, and just sit and be yourself. And you're finding that even that part is quite hard at times, and that is why I thought maybe it'd be boring. However, I am very much someone who can talk for Britain, so I'm not finding it as difficult as I thought. And yeah, That's why. But yeah. But I have also been listening to some music and trying to switch off, and I have been watching some things on the Netflix, and I have downloaded Disney Plus. So has anybody in the UK, I know you in the US had it a long time before us, so have you downloaded Disney Plus and have you watched The Mandalorian? Now, I am not a Star Wars fan, but Baby Yoda is very cute. Aw, you're all so awesome. I absolutely adore the life of you, all of you. You're so sweet. Okay, so I've also been watching a couple of old Disney movies, but the streaming quality has been bad. So I keep getting Buffy every time I'm trying to watch something on Disney Plus until night. And at night, it's like I can watch anything. But then I'm knackered. I've been up from... you're going to have to bear with me today. I will probably talk utter rubbish. Because I have been up since 5 a.m. Yeah, but people don't like that, Lozzie. Oh my gosh. Well, it's funny because in this country we've only got 2. How many have you got in the US of The Mandalorian? Oh, I'm so sorry, Brian. Yes, I'm not a Star Wars fan. Don't hate me. I am not. I'm in the minority. I am not a Star Wars fan. I just need to sharpen my pumpkin orange because it's one of my most used pencils. Oh, Robin! Girl, I'm with you on that one. I am not at all. Oh no, Patty. I know. I did say Buffy's going to pay a visit, I think, today. I have not watched Frozen 2. I cannot wait. I think I'm going to actually, when I know I've got more clarity on what's going on with Andrew, I think I will get Frozen 2. I need to watch it. Okay, so how many episodes of The Mandalorian have you got in the US so far? Have you got the whole season? I mean, I've only got 2 episodes so far. Oh, Brian. Andrew. I'm trying to get him from the kitchen. Andrew. I've just upset Shannon's husband. I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Oh no, we don't like Star Wars.
See, Andrew's the same. Sorry, Brian. I've really upset him. He was like, whoa. Oh my gosh. No, what's funny, I like the older, I have watched the older ones with, you haven't watched any?
No.
You're terrible. I have, at least I tried. The Mandalorian is a series on Disney Plus. I'm so sorry, I'm taking forever. It's a series on Disney Plus, and it is a Star Wars spin-off type of thing, but it's going back to when Yoda was a baby. It's back then, and the Mandalorian is like a bounty hunter in space. It's pretty good. That one's so... Ow, see? So many of you. Okay, pumpkin orange. So, yeah, I must admit, I have started that, and I've only got 2 episodes on there, though. It's like they haven't got many on there, and I'm waiting. But what they've done is they've given you that chance to do the 14-day trial, and then you watch them put the whole sodding lot on there, and then I'm going to have to... No. Yeah, hi, Miss Jamie. She's going to relist it. Bear with me, I'll update you when. I have actually personally messaged her, and she'll probably get back to me, I hope. Within the stream, and I'll tell you when it's back on. It will come back. But yeah, so it is, you watch, and then the whole lot will go on there. And I'll be out of my 14-day subscription. But then I'll get Andrew to sign up. I'll get another 14 days. So I really want to see what happens. But oh my goodness, he is so adorable. Now, I also used to love the Gremlins. And Gizmo we've got a doll of him, actually, me and Andrew, we love him. And, oh, I'm going to have to turn. And he reminds me a little bit of him in the way of the cuteness, the ears, the noises, just super adorable. So he really reminds me of Gizmo. And that is why probably I find him so adorable, because I love Gizmo. And when I first met Andrew, this is just one of my little stories now. When I first met Andrew, and on one of my days home, on my way back from work, when I didn't drive, I didn't have a license then, I just used to get the buses. Right, I'm just going to bring some of these strands down, and just bear with me and I'll carry on with my story. If you're bringing in some of these darker strands, I would advise that you come more into the middle now and flick right up so that you can really see the hair strand colours. And that's what I do. And you'll see with the russet, you'll see more and more and more of that. I'm starting the more you get and the more of the dark tones come in, the more you have to flick and press relatively hard. If I do my finger, you'll see. So you're flicking at the same time, right? You're just doing that. Okay. So I went off. There's a shop here in the UK called Argos. And you used to literally get everything in Argos, but you get everything on Amazon now. And I saw in their shop, don't worry about the plait because we're going to do that. I saw in the shop they had a Gizmo. I'll get to the point in a minute. And Andrew loved him. And I surprised him in one of his little, I don't even know if I bought it off. Did I buy that as part of a present? No, I didn't. I just bought it because it was cute. Oh, wasn't it? Was that to do with Mum? Oh. Yeah, it wasn't but it thought it would cheer him up. And I went to Argos on the bus and I bought Gizmo for him to cheer him up. That was when his mum sadly passed away. That was, 14 and a half years ago now. Coming up to 15. So I got him that. Oh, there it is. Is it dusty? And he still has it out. Here it is. So I went and got him this when I was, when we first started going out and his mum sadly died. And I went to the shop and I saw this in the catalogue and I had to just go and buy it for him. And yeah, he's still got it after all these years. I bought him that all that time ago. So yeah, just a little sidetrack. And that is why I think Baby Yoda's cute, is because it reminds me a little bit in the way of the ears and the noises of this little chap. Oops. Okay. So we're going to come to Russet. I know. He is so cute. And he's still got him. He won't ever chuck him. Okay, we're going to come to Russet, which is another Lumi. It's one of my favourites. Welcome back, Shelley. Shannon's been on a buying spree. I'll come to this in a minute because that's just, we can skip the pumpkin orange on that because you can just go in darker. Okay, this has to be super sharp and I think I've got it sharp enough. We've got a point on that. Now we need to focus a little bit more on actually bringing that deep tone in. And focus on bringing up those strands. So bring it right up. Chip is cute. Hi, Sarah. Chip is cute. I'll give him that. He is a cutie pie. I took a picture of him the other day. He just looks so cute. He is one of those cutie patooties, isn't he? Every time I look at him, I tell him he's beautiful. I'm like, you're so beautiful. And I think we all think our dogs are cute though. So we are slightly biased. Okay, I'm going to turn. I have to turn. I'm so sorry. I do warn you before I do it. Okay, as I said, I don't have to turn on this bit, so we'll be safe, but I have to turn on this curve, and I would recommend that you do that as well. But yeah, has anyone been able to focus on some pictures? And if you have, or books, reading, or diamond painting, anything, you don't have to tell me what you're colouring. You can tell me what you've been up to. And I know it's hard, that's why I'm asking. I know it's hard. So if you say nothing, I'm with you. I've been there myself all for a long time, but I am trying to, because yeah, it's only a certain amount of feeding your brain with the sadness that you can take, because it can cause major anxiety. So I recommend that you try and switch off for a bit. Okay, so I am bringing down that. Okay, can you see the difference in the colour with bringing that in? Now I'm going to go in this section completely with the Russet because it's darker. We're going to introduce some light back, but it's not going to be so orange. It's more on the red orange tone I was doing it in. If you can see, it's like a red orange, but see how the difference when we're going to bring that brown in, it makes such a difference, doesn't it? That's why it is such an essential one. Oh. Yay! Leslie, Shannon's on a roll. Have you seen Shannon's? Yes, Shannon, go ahead, whatever you want to do. Yeah. Yeah, no, I know, it's hard. But even if you do 10 pictures for that moment, you're focused on something. So don't worry about making 100 whips. That's precisely why the hobby's there. You're diamond painting a picture of your parents when they were getting married, because they're married for 50 years. Wow. They will love that. What a personal, beautiful gift. You can get paint by numbers in personalised ones too, just those of you that wondered about that. I know, she has done so many. Yes, Jennifer, it's yours tomorrow. I can put it on there for you very quickly. Let me just show you. We had that the other day. Oh, and Faithful Mess streamed the most adorable stream with her daughter Abigail with a dinosaur page on that night. It was so heartwarming. I just was totally in love with her. She's so gorgeous. Hi Louise, I'm okay, hon. I hope you are as well. Yes, Selena has offered a whole 50 book. Okay, so tomorrow should come on the screen any second now. There we go. So tomorrow is yours, and you could do anything ocean themed. You don't have to do a shark. You can just do anything related to the ocean. You don't even have to colour. If you just want to watch the film, then just watch the film. That is on Netflix. Okay. Sorry, I had to go through the first one. I'll have to adjust that. Yeah, you can watch. You don't have to colour. It's any distraction that you need necessary, to be honest. Okay. Now, with regards to that space that we've got, I'm going to come back to two colours. Where are we? We're going to come back to Apricot and Raw Sienna. And it's just to make sure that our space is filled before we start adding that dark brown. Okay, so Apricot is our first go-to, and that's just going to go into, there we go. That is just going to go into some of it so that we still got some orange, and you'll see that it's going to take and eat some of those white spaces up for us. Sorry, I have been chatting, and I know this is taking long because of that, but yeah, I can't help it. Okay. That's it. And then, if you come back to your raw sienna, and eat those other white spaces, it will lighten it to that really gorgeous orangey red tone. Right? Can you see that? So remember to fill in the spaces with a colour. You can leave them white if you want to, although I never do. Joanna Basford's been doing these little tiny lives, hasn't she? Yesterday's one was hilarious. They wouldn't allow her to do anything, and then she kept asking her when she was on the toilet, and she said, streaming with 2 children is so difficult, and I couldn't stop laughing. I thought, real life is so much more entertaining than something that's put on like a Hollywood show. Real life is real life, you know. Bless your hearts. Thank you so much for putting up those freebies for people. Okay, dark brown. But just saying, if you can't print, don't be going to a printer's. If you've got books at home, I wouldn't recommend it. If you've got a printer at home, perfect. But if you usually have to run to a printer, just please stay in. Stay safe. And as I say, by that, and our government always tell you, you will save lives. It's there if you have a printer readily available. We are on the Prismacolor. And what this does is bring in that depth. Now, before I turn, this part is going to be a lot darker. Okay, so just this one, I'm just going to come back to my carrot a minute. Not a real one, of course. Okay. And then what I'm quickly going to do on that little section is come back to raw sienna on the edges. There we go. They do. I'm just hoping that we need him so much right now. He's actually, I'm very proud of him so far. Okay, I'm going to turn my page. And the dark brown is going to go in this part here. And it's just going to bring some definition to make it look a bit more like realistic hair. I mean, I can't do super realism, and I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to do it to look as realistic as I can make it. Okay, there we go. There we go. And then in this part here, whoops, that's going off the screen, whereas where I don't need it to go. I'm just going to put a bit more now. At the side of this plait, I'm just going to put a tiny bit of that, just literally at the very side. And then we'll reassess. I'm going to leave the plait till last. And I won't have to keep turning the page on the next bit, I promise. Okay, so see, already we have semi-realistic, Sam's realistic approach. And as I said, I am going to go a little bit deeper, but we'll finish that at the end because that's where we're going with black. For now, we're going to come to this bit here. And I'm going to again start off with a base. I haven't downloaded them yet, the Selena one, but I will do. I've got the link, I just haven't downloaded it. But I'm so proud of all the artists because they're recognising that more than ever that, you know, people might need a freebie or two. Because, you know, some people have lost their jobs or incomes have completely halted, like, you know, our situation. We've got so many people are in dire straits right now. And a little act of kindness goes a heck of a long way, and it is completely appreciated beyond, and I think we're all very appreciative of the artist right now. Also, just another thing, if you have children, please join in. It's so much fun. So many children are doing it. And if you haven't got children, you can still do it anyway. If you are on it's no point me doing it because I don't live on a private, I live in a private court, not a public road, so no one comes on the walk here. Remember, there is the rainbow challenge, the window. So stick a rainbow in your window, and it's so that when kids go on their little exercise walk, just to stretch their legs, they are going around the neighborhoods or the streets in your area, and they're counting how many rainbows that they can see. This is also changeable, and a lot of artists are creating a new printable PDF for you that will be free. Let me show you. At Charlie's Hand is going to do different ones for you. Let me show you. Yeah, by Charlie's Hand. Let me just show you this lovely lady on Facebook. Her Facebook page is called By Charlie's Hand, and she is doing a different, so this is the one that she's got on her page that you can print out for free, colour and stick in your windows. Oh yes, Louise, she's doing, so have you seen her new thing coming? So every week she's got a different one on the agenda. So on the 30th of March, she's going to be doing a hot air balloon. Then she's going to be doing spring flowers on the 6th of April. On the 13th is going to be a beach hut. On the 20th is going to be a Russian doll. And then on the 27th is going to be a peacock. And she is giving these totally for free. So her name is, go and give her a shout out. She's absolutely incredible right now. By Charlie's Hand on Facebook. And she's giving you the printable. And you just got to fill it and, fill it with colour and stick it in your windows. And all the children, it's like a childhood thing. It's a fun thing. I've even been spotting them, Don't forget about the children. I'm going, oh, look, there's another rainbow. So definitely something fun to look at right now. So, yeah, highly recommend that. Children, or even if you just want to do it, to put it in your window for the children, then that would be fabulous. And as I said, go follow By Charlie's Hand. It's not a group, it's a page, and she gives you the printable, and she's going to be giving the printable each week. If you do have a slight buffer, try refreshing, and I know there's going to be buffy quite often on the stream. I hope we don't have it too much. I'm going to bring you up a little bit. There we go. Hello, Heather. How are you? Okay, so we're just basing down. Not heavy, just a light, nice base. You can do this with marker if you want to. It's just not going to have the same. It would be too solid for me. I wanted like a textured pencil approach. And as I said, I just love this combination together. But you can do any pencil set. And I will do a POLYCHROMOS conversion. I'll get my words out, promise. And I'll have that up by... Give me 24 hours to 48 and I'll get it up for you. I've written it down. And I will do... Ooh, what's that on my page? You can't be there. That was like black. Okay, we'll start again. Okay. All right. Now I can resume. That goes there. And that, right. Underneath here, there is a slight... I am going to put it down, but that's going to be so dark. So you probably won't even bother seeing the raw sienna in that. Okay. And there we go on that one. Did you see that black one on there? I don't know what that was. Maybe it was my mascara, because I'm looking like a little bit of a mess today. I actually braved the supermarkets looking like it as well. God help them. But we're allowed to right now, right? If there's any time that we can get away with not having makeup on, or minimal, not getting dressed, choosing every day's new pajamas, going from our day pajamas to our night pajamas, now's the time. I'm so happy to have you all. You're all making me so happy right now. There's 71 of you. I did not think I would have anyone today, bearing in mind of what's going on. I thought no one's going to be in the mood for this. You went to Rozrysowanamama. Oh dear. Oh dear. What happened? Did you spend? Okay, we're going to be on Apricot now. I'll let you know when it goes back in her shop. I'll put it on my Instagram that it's relisted as well. And as soon as she does, I'll put it in my description. I have put her shop in my description for now though. But just keep an eye and favourite her shop as well, so that you will get the notification when it has been relisted. No, although it was nearly very acceptable to do so, I really would have done if I wouldn't have got dodgy looks. No, I did get dressed for that. Oh, yeah, no, I did get dressed. Yes, let me show you the Facebook group for Rozrysowanamama. Rozrysowanamama. I can't say her name. This is the name of her group. It is called Rozrysowanamama. I think I got that right that time. Colouring and art group. And this is her freebie that she's put up there. It says, share, print, colour, have fun. Stay at home, be safe. Love you guys. Images and comments on the freebie. So if you go to the comments, and the first comments, whoops, Sam, 1 minute. She's put them there. She's done the line art. She's done the grayscale. So you've got both versions. She's giving you both versions, which I thought was lovely. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I just thought, why not? You know, we all need it right now. We all need a distraction. I have to come up, otherwise you don't get the whole of... Is that better? Can you see better with the... Yeah, there's a colour card. Okay. So, just bringing that apricot in. I actually didn't know how much I needed to stream until I have done, I must admit. As I said, I wasn't feeling anything. Not the stream, I mean anything. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm going to be so boring, and I'm not going to know what to say. If I don't want to necessarily drag a whole conversation out about the COVID, because we're all dealing with it. And I thought, nope. And then it just comes easily, I think, because I'm amongst friends. So I am glad I did, and I am glad that I've managed to get a few people together to take their minds off everything. So even if that means not being in the chat and grabbing your colouring book right now, go do it. Hi Connie, how's Raggy? How is your gorgeous bundle of fluff doing? I saw your video with Raggy in the vets, and I really hope with all my heart that Raggy's on the mend. Okay, so I'm just going to bring some of that down. Same with this bit. So as you're going around the curve, I'm going to press a bit harder. And bring that, I can't even see because my microphone's in the way. 1 minute, I've got to like lean over. Okay, there we go. Okay. So I'm just going to bring it down there as well. Now that difference there, I'm not going to do anything apart from the russet and the dark brown because it's dark. I'm so happy to provide them. Mama loves the colour. Happy to provide. As I said, if it helped one person, I would be fine. If I only had one person turn up, it would be fine. If it serves a purpose to anyone right now, then I am absolutely over the moon with that. My mum told me today and I thought, no. Oh, Connie. Oh, I'll continue to keep him in my thoughts. Bless him. Mum told me that she didn't like Rocket Man today, the film. I was not impressed. I enjoyed that. Let's all throw prayers to little Raggy for Connie. He's not been well for some time. And at least he's home, which is always a good thing. But let's hope that he pulls through this. He's been poorly for a while now, hasn't he? Okay, that was quite a lot. Now, I'm going to try and do this without turning my page, actually, on this bit. And there we go. I'm kind of succeeding. Me too, Kelly. And hi, you know. I know. I was like, what? What are you saying? What do you mean? I loved it. Never heard such nonsense. But yeah, no, I know we've all got different tastes, but Mum loves Elton John. I'm like, what? I don't even believe I'm related to you right now. Okay, next up. I think I'm gonna skip on that bit, this next colour, but I'm gonna do it on here, which is gonna be orange. No, Mum. Mama. Okay. Charlotte, see, tell her. She's not listening to me. Maybe it's because of how she's feeling at the moment. She's not giving it, you know, as much attention as it needed. It was brilliant. Okay, we are going for orange. I've got his book to read, actually. The next few books I've got out is Me by Elton John, The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary, and what's that other one called? 1 minute. Whoops. Oh. This is the other one. Oh no, I don't want you in darkness. Hold on. There we go. Oh, I'm so sorry. I moved my wire. This is the other one that I got out by Bridget Kemmermere. It's called A Curse So Dark and Lonely. It's like a retelling of A Beauty and the Beast, and the second one is called, and I think it's coming out soon, A Heart So Fierce and Broken. That's going to be the next one in the series. Can you see that? I love reading, and I really am in a mood to read, but as I said, I'm reading Postscript. I'm nearly finished. Come on, focus. Yes, what is happening? Sam clumsily took the light off. I'm sorry. We've lost power. So yeah, I've got my few books. I'm actually really in the mood to like peace. Just, you know, that time that you just need complete peace and quiet, and you're thinking, you of all people, yes, I love my peace and quiet. Where you just switch off, get a blanket, snuggle up and read. Although, if I was to do that today, because I've been up from 5 a.m, I would fall asleep. So I don't know if there's going to be any reading going on today, because it would happen. It would. I'd fall asleep in a minute. Hi, Yamala. Okay, let me just erase that tiny bit there. Okay, there we go. Now, I don't really know what kind of roses that I fancy with this colour here, to be honest. I don't want red, I don't think. Maybe I do. I don't know. That'll come to me in time, I think. Okay. So I can speed up a little bit on this bit because I don't have to keep doing the paper going round. And I kind of got the swing of it now, like the swing of swish and flick. So I will be able to speed up. Now what I'm going to do is very, I'm going to say a medium to firm pressure. I'm just going to bring like some harsher ones coming up, and that's just so that I can have them a bit deeper, like that. Hi, Mandy. Do you think pink? Hi, Danny. Hi, everyone coming on in. Oh, welcome. Okay. Now, that one, I don't need to do this orange. Oops. Next up. Carrot. This is one of my favourites to do this hair with. I don't use it for the skin tone. Although I'm pretty sure there'll be something that you could use it in skin tones for, especially if you've got freckles and stuff, I should imagine. I'm not a skin tone expert, but I do love it for hair. And I'm pretty sure it'd be quite good for carrots. Oh my gosh, that was such a cheesy line. I'm pretty sure it would though, if you're doing carrots in like romantic country. You know that one, it's got like all the outdoor vegetables? Yep. Or pumpkins. Okay, so I'm just going to bring... Oh, no, you all keep safe. God, if you haven't got enough to deal with, eh? Just need the weather to pick up. Make sure that you don't go anywhere. I know we should all be staying home, but if you had to go out for essentials, or if you're a key worker, just stay safe. Okay, see, it looks such a nice colour, isn't it? So I'm going to bring up some of that now, and this is where you can start bringing that beautiful colour up. And down. So it goes in both sides. Up and down. You come from the top and from the bottom. Hey, Zeely. You guys in the US, you get the storms quite bad, don't you? Are they through heat? Have you warmed up a little bit in your part of the world? What usually causes your huge storms? Is it when the heat comes along and it sort of collides? Is that where you have such a... Because it's two extremes, isn't it? Don't you just love that colour? That is such an amazing colour. Hey, Che! Or Shay? Shay. Shay, I think that's right. I will get the names right. If I do butcher your names. I really am not doing it out of being ignorant. It's just anyone that knows me and has been here a long time knows that I call magenta Magneta. Just saying. Helly! Hi! I hope you're keeping safe as well. Oh my gosh. All of you. Yeah. I have shy. Let me write that down. Chai or shay is shy. Oh no, you got snow. Oh my gosh. No, you can keep that. Even though it shouldn't be snowing now. Shy. Brian, you're so funny. Shannon, you so need to start streams and bring Brian in on it. That would be funny. Rebel, you here? You could tell Shannon that. Yeah, come on. Shannon, Brian. Colbert. And what was the other one? Foliage is foliage. Yes. That was still, I can't help it. Oh dear, I will forever call foliage. Okay, pumpkin. Oh dearie me. Yes, Vicky, tell her. And Brian. I know. Oh, okay. You shouldn't be getting it. It's too like springtime to have snow. Okay. Pumpkin orange. Now, I'm not going to do masses of this because actually Russet's going to be enough. But what I will do is bring enough in to make a difference. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get all it, but you get the gist of hair, don't you, with me? Let's just say gibberish is my mother tongue and English is my second language. Maybe it's all those streaks, you know, those foil streaks in your hair. Maybe that's tainted the way I say things. Or Pithalo when it's phthalo. Pithalo. What's another one? I've butchered so many things. It's unreal. And it's only when you guys tell me the real saying I think, oh, I've been saying it wrong all these years. No one told me. Either that or they didn't want me to feel embarrassed. But I don't feel embarrassed at all. Okay, this section here, so let me bring you down for a second. So this section like goes into the underneath of a hair. So I'm just going to mark that slightly. What I will do is just bring dark brown just for a second, and it's just going to mark it for me that is the underneath. So let me just mark it with the dark brown. And there's clearly a separation. Oh, nugget. Yeah, nugget. Yeah, tinfoil could be great. We should try that as a joke. Go get some tinfoil. And put our foliage all around. We could do it with it. No, it's just, yeah. That would be quite fun. Okay, I just have to bring you up slightly so you can, there we go. Alright, so pumpkin orange. Aluminium foil, let's do it. Okay. Okay, has anyone got anything that they cannot say? Like any pronunciations that you just get completely tongue-tied on? There is another one, and I can't remember what it is now. And Andrew had to say it for me because I just cannot physically say it. The words just, I find the letters hard in one sentence. We've all got that something, isn't it? I call it nugget as well, Suze. Isn't it nougat? Aluminum. We call it aluminium. Aluminum. Oh my gosh. See, that's another one. Okay. Yeah, see, so many words I can't say. I know we're all the same. Come on, fess up, people. And those of you watching, what can you not pronounce or say? There is just so many. I'd be here forever and a day if I actually wrote them all down for you. And yeah, I can read them. I just can't say them. Cinnamon. Do you find that hard to piece together as well? See, some of them I can't. There are some words that I just cannot do it. We've all got those words. And I think you are amazing if English is not the Worcestershire sauce is so hard, Patty, right? That took me a long time. When you sort of are English and you can't get your own words right, is bad enough. When you that aren't from the UK or anywhere that's English spoken and you learn English, you to me are heroes. I don't know how you do it. So you pronounce things however you want. Because honestly, I think you're absolute superheroes. I can't do it. What's that one? Oh, I can't do that either. That's the anth one. Anthraquinoid. Pink, that one. Yeah. Bananas. Bananas. Heather, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh, pronunciation is your superpower, Zeely. That's so funny. I love that. Bananas. Yes, same here, Lozzie. I don't know how people do it. Okay, Russet. Oh, that's tickled me. Heather, what's going on? Oh my gosh. Oh dear. I love it. I'm going to ask you to say it next time. Oh, okay, Russet. It's like this name of this beautiful artist. I still can't say it. Focus. Okay, there we go. Rozrysowanamama. I think that's what it says. I'm not quite sure. It's really hard, so I call her Roz Mama. Okay. Oh yeah, Gwen Stefani. It's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I remember that now. It's bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Yeah, listen to that song. Okay. I forgot about that song until you've just mentioned it. That's a good one to remember, actually. Oh, me too. I don't know how people. That's why I say they can say anything however they want, because the fact, especially people that have to publicly speak another language other than their own, and they still speak it so fluently. I mean, if you have the odd mistake in there, then so what? You are doing something that I have just. I sit there like, how do you remember it all? Like, genuinely, I don't even remember half the stuff. Oh, take care, Sue. Stay safe, hon. Have a good day. And thank you for all you do as well, because Suze works for the National Health Service, which is our heroes right now. Okay, we're nearly there on this bit, actually. As I say, it takes a while. I am sort of doing it, you know, live and not in an upload, which is always going to take a damn sight longer than it would have done if I'd done a upload, because I could speed it up ever so slightly and put everything in the screen for you. Okay, so this section here, because it's just completely darkened, I'm not even going to do strands. It's no point, because it's just got a big dark shadow. So just go in with the russet. And as I said, this is our sort of darkest tone, not counting dark brown, I mean of the reds. So just ensure that you've got all your strands in and placed right. So just kind of like play around for a second. Thank you, Connie. Okay. Right, next up, we're going to remember we go back to a light colour, which is Apricot, and then a light colour, which is raw sienna, and then we put our dark brown in. That's okay. Take care, Joanne. Stay safe and enjoy your dinner. Vignor. Yeah, why not? Keep it as Vignor. Oh, I love Lulu. Sorry, Lou, I have to tell this because it still makes me laugh and makes me smile. So Lou Scoffin is one of our mods, very, very, very close. And when I went to stay down there, we were talking about things that we say funny. And Lou calls a car park a park arc. We went to the park arc, and we were actually talking about that this morning. And that is my favourite to date. A car park is a park arc. Love it. It is one of my most favourite smile sayings, I think, of last year. Just hilarious, but so much fun at the same time. And I didn't know that up north, as not from the south, we call something, we have a breakfast crumpet, and they call it a piquette. I did not know that. And that was another one that I couldn't stop laughing at. So now I'm like, the piquette. And then she reminded me that I call magenta Magneta. And I was like, yes, I did. Very publicly. Which was very funny. I can't wait for Lou to return. It'll be fun. She's full of humour. Thank you. Oh, it is Roz. I've got her store. Hold on. It's in there now. Her listing has just temporarily disappeared from her store. It will be back. So look, within the next 24 hours, she would have relisted it without fail. Okay. There we go. See, it's looking nice now. Right, so now I need to put in a dark tone. Yeah, and holy leggings, because I still had some of my leggings saved that had holes in, and I was wondering why I was saving them. I must have known this was all going to happen, because not only was I hoarding colouring stuff, I was also hoarding holy leggings. So I got loads of holes in them, and I don't know why I was keeping them. Well, it's obviously that I needed them for when I'm stuck indoors, even more than what I already am. And no one sees No one sees me. Andrew does. Poor Andrew. But also the guys. Let's talk about the guys. They can't go for a haircut. I'm going to be living with Jesus soon. Because the barbers are shut. I'm going to have Jesus at home very, very, very shortly. Okay, so just putting in. Can you see the difference when you add that? Hey, you just bought 7 colouring books. Whoop, whoop. That's a good day. No, I'm not a big Muppets watcher. I've watched a couple of the movies. I did like the Muppets Christmas Carol, but that's about it. Yeah, Easter is coming. It's true though. Come on. You know, how many of you, they can't get out to the barbers and he won't let me let loose on his hair. So, you know. I know. Oh well. I'll have to pray every night. But yeah, he can't go, so I'm going to be a little bit, you know, stuck. And I did offer to cut his hair, but that went down like a lead balloon. He won't let me near it. I said, but I might do a good job with like paper scissors, but I haven't got hair cutting scissors. He was like, no. I'm telling you, Louise. You know, that would be amazing. I keep praying for that anyway, every single day. Maybe if Jesus arrives in a month's time, then yeah, we might have a miracle, eh? That'd be good. Okay, now this little tiny section here, I'll bring you down a little bit before we bring in some more. There we go. So I'm just going to bring up a tiny bit more of the brown. And also in this little part, just go on over to your russet. Because it is dark, you don't have to worry about light tones. It's going to be pointless. It's going to be a waste of pencil in that silly little area. So thank you, Joey. We'll get there. As I said, today is just hair, because you know how long. I mean, come on, it used to take me that length of time when we used to do the hair series anyway. Right, so this little section here, I'm going to put in raw sienna. And then I am going to put in the dark brown. And then I'm going to make a cup of coffee, because I want to do that side with you because it's a bit more complicated because of the dark areas. Then we've got to put the black in, which is going to be very, very seldom. So I am going to grab a coffee, and I am going to get up and do it rather than ask Andrew, because I need to stretch the back. I've been overdoing it. As I said, I've been doing more than what I've done in so long, and let's just say prescription drugs are a lifesaver. So I really, 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 really need a coffee right now. I've been up from, I don't even want to say, 5 o'clock is just unheard of for me. I do not like early mornings. Who's early birds or late birds? Who here? What time is your ideal time and the time you like to wake up? Are you an early riser or are you a night owl? Take care, Gary. Stay safe, hon. Love red hair. I'm so happy. Leslie, You're going to have to do a tutorial on YouTube for me to follow step by step. Seriously, I'm not even kidding you. I just, yeah. It's going to be needed. It's going to be needed. Let's face it, it's going to be so needed. Leslie, you'll be doing us all a service for all those ladies there who cannot go to the barbers with their partners, who will be having either something resembling wrestlers or Jesuses or rock stars in this length of time that we're all going to be home for. So yes, it's probably going to be one of the most watched things. Let's face it. Oh my gosh, who did that? Let me scroll up. Becky, bless your heart. Thank you so much. You did not have to do that. You are so sweet. Thank you a million times. I really want to do, I said this to Andrew, you know, all us live streamers have had to stop the giveaways for just temporarily for sending abroad. And I'd love to do that and stuff right now. But it's just, I got them here ready. Thank you so much. You and I out. I used to be like early. I'm a bit all over the place at the minute, I must say. Where's my sign? Thank you, Becky. Thank you so much. And Claire. Is it Claire Benson? That's so sweet. Okay, bear with me. Just bear with me 2 minutes. Let me just go and put the kettle on. And I will have a caffeine fix, which is very needed right now. I need caffeine. You're an early bird, but you work nights. Oh, you must be getting hardly any sleep. Make sure you get sleep. I've only had 4 hours. I need sleep. I need loads of sleep. I'm back. You'll laugh at what I've got. Lozzie! Bless you. Oh my gosh. Lozzie. That is so sweet. You lovelies. You're in just the same times as me. I'm just so thank you so much. You're in, you know, this is worldwide. Bless your hearts. Okay. Thank you so much. I can't even tell you how much you've all touched me. Thank you. Okay. What I have bought myself, because I'm peckish, I bought myself a laughing cow triangle and a cappuccino. So yeah. Okay, let's get on with it. Aw, thank you. You're too nice, too sweet. Thank you so much. Right. Let's get ready. So, what I was doing is basing, wasn't I? So, we'll come back with the black. That is last. Lozzie, thank you. Becky, Claire, Lozzie. Honestly, I cannot. I'm sending you huge thank yous. She was found. It's funny because when I scrolled up, I saw Shannon tell her to behave, which made me laugh. You girls make me crack up. It's so sweet. All right, raw sienna, which is like a yellow. Have you seen the colour? It is like a yellow, like a golden yellow. Oh, it's. Do you know what? So is the half the world, if not most of the world right now. You know, it's just how it goes. We're all, as I say, we're all in this and we're all going to get through it together. Hence why I've done We Are In This Together after the Stay at Home to Protect the Healthcare to Save Lives. Because we are, and we'll get through this together. And it's not going to be without heartbreak. And it's not going to be without a lot of uncertainty and a lot of tears shed and emotional times. But we will somehow battle through. There's got to be an end to it. There has to be. So we'll get there. Hiya, Chica. Yeah, if anyone's wondering that's new, Susan Wilkes is my mum. Like, she's my mum. Yeah, I'm going to actually go do mum's, help her out, because I don't really want mum and dad. Well, dad has to help granddad, and I don't want him going out too much. Andrew I have to protect because, as I said, he's on immune suppressants, so there's just no way. So he has to not work for now. He can't not. And he's too vulnerable, in my opinion. Oh, Connie. Oh, you ladies, bless your hearts. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I'm right back your way. I love you all. I love you, Connie, all of you. We've been friends for a long time. Thank you so much. It's so sweet. Oh. Yeah, this can count as colouring with a buddy. Of course it can. But yeah, as I was saying, it's we'll get through. We will get through. And I have to go and do mum shopping on Monday. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, you know, for her. And then I'll leave it at her door, because you shouldn't really have contact with someone that isn't in your own house, just in case you're, you know, you could be. The way to see it, and it's a good way to see it, is that everybody could be infected. Oh, Connie. Oh, you're so sweet. Mum will love that. She's going to be, oh, bless her. You'll send her all emotional. Connie, bless you. Thank you, honey. When this is all over, I've got some thank you, like note things that I can send out to everyone. I just can't wait for that day. That is very sweet. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. So yeah, I'm going to go do that on Monday morning. And the best time, if you want to know, in the UK especially, to go shopping is at 6 a.m. when it opens, because you don't have the nutcases who want to shout at you in the aisles because they want that last pack of whatever it is that you've picked up. You know, and it's sad, but you do have to do a first come first serve basis. But I'm not greedy. I haven't panic bought anything. I've bought what I've needed. And it's crazy because so many people did that, and now they've restricted that, you know, which is a good thing. I don't know if you had this situation in your country where you are. I know in the US you did as well. And I think in Australia as well, we had, the toilet roll scandal where everyone was just, toilet rolls were just going out of the shelves like it was candy. It was just crazy. Well, anyway, that's all sort of died down a little bit now. So we have things back on the shelves because they are now limiting 2 items of anything per day. Per shop. You're watching the video right now. I love the picture you colouring. Where's I have linked the store. It's not in there at the moment. Yeah. So at the moment, it's just unlisted. But you will be able to find it. So give it a moment and I'll tell you when it's back in the store. Do you follow me on Instagram? If you do, I'll put it in my story. But if you favourite her store, when you go to her store on Etsy, favourite it. So heart it. There's like a way to favourite. And when she does list it back up, it will automatically go in your notifications. Hi, Kathy. Oh, Leslie, wasn't it? Well, it's silly because there's plenty to go around if people just were sensible. And the shops have actually calmed down a heck of a lot right now. So if you're worried about food supplies and how much there is, if people just stick to what you usually buy, there's plenty to go around. The only thing that they're saying might be in short supply is anything that is usually distributed from abroad. So if you have certain items in your shops that you usually get from another country, that's on hold right now. So that might not be as in supply as the things that are manufactured in your country. That's fine. If you all were sensible that did panic bought, then, I get panicking. Oh, Patty, you're welcome. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, so if you panic buy, I get it. We all panicked. If we all said we didn't panic in some way or another, we'd all be, not quite truthful with ourselves. We did panic. Of course we panicked. We were seeing what was going on and hearts were in our mouths. We wondered, but some of us just didn't go and panic buy, but we were all panicking. I think a lot of them were just being responsible parents, in the way of making sure they had enough for their children. And that's, I think, what it stemmed from. I think a lot of people did panic buy because they wanted their children to make sure that the children have got a supply. And I get it. And I'm not even going to call them, silly for doing it. It was silly how people were acting about it. There were fights in supermarkets. There were fights out in... People were being robbed. That's how bad it got. Elderly people were being robbed in car parks of their goods, and that is not fair. So that is where the sort of atrocity come around it. But also, I know there's a huge panic with online shopping because you can't get it, but your shops are fully stocked. No. Hi, Sue. No. Patty, that is a good panic buy. Just wipe it down with antibacterial wipes when you get it, by the way. Just to be on the safe side. That's a good panic buy. We'll allow that one. That's fun. But yay! Yeah, I hope they get to you. Track it if you can. I'm sure they would. They have done tracking, being that it's quite expensive. Okay, we're going to go to Apricot. Now we are on a bend, which makes it a little bit harder for me. And these pencils are a bit on the soft side, so just got to not be too harsh. Okay, so I'm going to try and come around this bend. And as I said, we've still got to put definition into all of this, but we'll do that last. There we go. And just bring all of that colour down. This is all going to be nice and shiny. This bit is going to be darker. Hey, Jen. So we're going to meet it. I'm going to have to turn it slightly. We do that. Yeah, always wipe it down. That do you know what they were saying? I don't know if Lozzie's noticed it working in a supermarket. I think, which one do you work in, Lozzie? Is it Iceland? They said that the first week was toilet rolls. The second week has been alcohol, because people are at home and they've just stuck, so they've been buying alcohol because the pubs and stuff were shut, like the bars, the clubs, the restaurants, you know, all of that. So people are buying more alcohol now than they ever have done because they're not having it out. So I think that was the thing. It was the first week was toilet rolls, the second week has been alcohol, and it just made me laugh. Yeah, anything that comes through the door, wipe it down. Get some, or if you haven't got antibacterial wipes, do part bleach, part water, and just wipe down. Because there was a really nasty story, and it was in LA, about an Amazon driver on the packages, and he was coughing on them and spitting on them. He's sacked, obviously, and he's facing prosecution. But it just makes me so weary about things, and I'm like, just wipe everything down. Yes, Iceland. Yes, I sort of said this week, I think people are coming to terms with them, you know, having to be in. And the alcohol and the chocolate. The chocolate. Oh, the lifesavers right now are for people. I mean, I'm not a big drinker. Just give me tea any day. I'll show you what tea I have. Bear with me. Okay. So if you're like me and you like a hot drink, Leslie, take care, honey, and I will speak to you soon. Probably if Vicky's streaming over the weekend or tomorrow, then I'll see you there. Okay, so this is the Yorkshire tea that I love. It's my absolute favourite. I don't drink any other tea at the moment. If you have any buffering, bear with it. It's just the bad connections. I think we're going to have a little bit of it. Okay, so this is my favourite tea. It is called Biscuit Brew. And hold on. Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure that you were getting the picture. And you get 40 tea bags in it. And it genuinely is just like a cup of tea. But it's got a malt taste. So it says malty biscuit. It's just got a very slight aftertaste. Overtaste? Yes, Sam. Aftertaste of biscuity taste. You know, like if you was to dunk a biscuit in a cup of tea. That is my favourite. Now, the thing that I'm drinking now is the Nescafe Skinny Latte. And it's gorgeous. Free. My gosh. They're going to have a field day with that, Debbie. My God, what are they going to do? Rave at home? Going to have a party at home. So these are my two favourites, and these are what I drink. And if you see me with a hot drink, it's usually always this, and I'll have one of these every other day, roughly. And I'm having one now. Love them. Love, love, love them. Okay, let's get that. Yeah, so where I'm going with this, I want a shine here and a shine there, and in the middle I want to bring quite a lot of the pigment in. I think I did it with this one as well. Yeah, I did. So see where we're going to deepen it a little bit more as we go along. I've got more pigment here, more pigment here, and more pigment here. I've left this part of a shine and that part of a shine. Roughly what we're going to do with this one as well. So we're going to leave a shine there, a shine this part, and there. So just be mindful of where you're putting your colour down. And here as well, we're going to have one sort of in the middle. And let's bring in some pigment from that way. And as I said, we're going to have a nice big area there. It's going to be quite light. So we're going to just bring in just enough there. Let's bring in some apricot. Now this is just to give us a nice under base tone. It works every time. Love it. Me too. I love my cups of tea. You'd think I'm 32 heading on 33, but I act like I'm one of those where get my slippers, get my cup of tea. I'm very much a homebody. So I'm 32 going on 60, I'm telling you. I love, love, love. And when I see, you know, others older than me, or like my neighbour underneath me, 92, with more energy than me, I'm jealous. I'm like, where did I go wrong? Okay, let's go here. Now that's going to be quite a fair bit lighter at the top. There we go. Yeah, I'm glad he's home. Are you having a lot of buffering? Just checking, because it's seeming to do it my end. Okay. Next up, I think we will go to our orange and then carrot. Isn't that quite cool, the names? Thank you. Still needs some definition, but we'll get there. I think it's just flashing you out a little bit. Okay. Hold on, I'm just going to have a sip of my drink. You got rid of your microwave. Why? It's like my storer of leftovers, because I never eat anything in one go. No. I don't like reheating my tea. Ugh, no, I'd rather make a fresh one. Okay, orange. Okay, let me go. Are you getting flashed out quite a lot? You are, aren't you? Hope that sticks with you. Okay, we'll try again. So we're going to go at this end. And we're going to start to bring this really vivid orange. You know what I've got planned for tomorrow? I think we can all do an inventory. Who wants to join me on that challenge? Way! Joey! I've got... that's great. You must have a better connection. I'm going to recount my books. I'm waiting on a Hoover. I had to... So, my Hoover broke. Do you want to hear the funniest thing? On the Sunday, I said to Andrew, gosh, what a time for anything to break in the house right now. That was Sunday. Monday, my Dyson broke. I was like, I just jinxed myself. What's going on? So anyway, I found a Dyson Animal. That mine was a very old model, like 2004 model. And I went on some site here called AO. It's like an electrical site. And you can pay over 2 years with absolutely no interest. And I thought that was brilliant at a time like now. So I've ordered a new Dyson. So that should come on Wednesday. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting for that, I said, well, we can't hoover. So, or vacuum as you call it. No, I don't know why we call it hoover. Hoover's a make, but we call them hoovers. So in the meantime, I'm going to reorganise because Andrew's home and he's the strength and he can load and unload books with his manly strong arms there, and I can just count and write down. So I'm going to do my books and we're going to do a recount and see what I've added in from, remember that stream we did, and we did my books. Well, we're going to have a recount and let's see how many I have added since that time. It is a good substantial amount, and proud. And I've never been more so proud of the stash right now than I am, because it's, you know, for times like these where you were told to stay home. I think it is great. I've never been more proud. I'm like, yeah, I've been preparing for the apocalypse my entire 4 years. It's great. Okay. But yeah, in all seriousness, I am going to do a recount. And has anyone actually done an inventory of their books and written everything down? Because how do you know what you've got in there, in the depths of your cupboard where you forget about them? Have you had a good sort out, or are you needing to? Do you think an inventory would be helpful or useful to you? Oh my gosh. I'm going to say it was 300 and something last time. I can't remember the exact figure. I'm going to probably say about 5 now. Just over 5. Probably. I'm going to put my bet is going to be 520-ish. Hello, Sue. How are you? I hope you're keeping safe, hun. And I'm well. And yeah, as I said to everyone, that is the main message. Just keep yourself safe as much as possible. Yes, exactly, Louise. Well, Connie, I think do you know, I'm at that point where I'm not actually worried about the number. What I'm worried about is ones that keep getting forgotten, you know? It's like, if you do these things, it's not for the number, it's so that you can, I'm going to go to the next colour. I'm just trying to figure out, I'll start this part. And I'm going to push down quite a firm amount so I can get that payoff of colour. Yeah, I don't want to forget books. And if I write them down, then when I pick that beautiful folder up that was made by Lou, and I've added so much to that, like in terms of my hair things, colour combinations are all stored. Oh, we could do another colour combo stream soon. Our colour combination catalogue. Yeah, we forget which ones are in our collection. Okay, Becky. We do, don't we? How many of you have got books that are totally abandoned, or you haven't looked through for such a long time that actually You've forgotten what's in them. Not so much you've forgotten you've had them, you've forgotten what the contents are. Connie, that's because you've been worried about Raggy. So we won't count. We won't count that. So yeah, we've got to I've got to turn the page. I've got to turn. Okay. So just remember, it's not about numbers. It doesn't matter how oh my gosh, men would not agree. It doesn't matter how big or small that is. What matters is that you know what's there, so that you can pick up something you may not have remembered, or you've forgotten from when you bought it what was, you know, how much you like the pictures. And that's what I'm finding that inventories do. I think that I look at them in the folder and I think, oh, I forgot about that book, let me pick that up, even if I flick through it. Okay, just turning. Right, I'm going to push down on this really firm. And the same, I've got to turn it this way now. See, I'm the same. I have forgotten about what's in them rather than forgotten. I looked through and I actually remember half of them. I do, or most of them. I say half, I remember most. And then I forget what's in them and I flick through and I think I've got to come back to this soon, and I probably will pick it up at some point now that I've remembered the contents. So it's a good thing. Hello, Savannah. Well, you know that my stash is just a number that we're very proud of. And yeah, as I say, it's not about the number, it's about what's in there, so that you know which books that you've got. Okay, I'm really liking that colour. So I'm also going to bring it up at the top a little bit more. So let's bring it up here, you know, in this part that's going to be the lightest. And not like counting doubles. I don't really count them because I'm not looking at the number, I'm looking at what actual books I've got. So yeah, definitely. Hey. They do, they creep up on you very quick. They're little slippery gremlins that seem to pop in your cupboard very quickly, and they need company. And then before you know it, you've got an army. And yeah, they take over. You got an army that takes over a cupboard. A very happy, colourful army. This one is a Black Widow. So because you weren't here at the beginning, let me quickly explain. The majority of these are Lumies. So we've used, these are Luminance. So Caran d'Ache Luminance. I've got 4. I will do a polychromo conversion in the next 20 to 48 hours. So those are the Lumies. And then we have two Prismacolors. And I do mix my pencils, otherwise they don't get used. And then I have 1 Black Widow. So I know it seems like a lot, but what I'll do is convert it over to polys, so that if you have got the polychromos, you can follow along. If you've got the sets I've got, then great. You know, you can join in on exactly the same ones, but it's just about conversions. So don't forget, you don't have to do something that, say, a live stream or a video on YouTube has done some colours. You don't necessarily need that set. You just need to find that set's colours in the ones that you've got, because I'm telling you, all sets are very similar. It's just they're different, either texture, different laydowns. Some of them you just work with better, some that you don't. It all depends on preference. I love mixing pencils. I just think it's really nice to do, and it also gets to use more of your pencil sets. I think the more that you sort of confine it to one set, others get abandoned. And quite often you'll find that a lot of them you can combine and they work really well together. Thank you so much, Lulu. So don't be afraid to mix your sets. I love doing it. So we're going to try and get this actually done today, the hair. And I think we're going to be successful. It might be a 3-hour stream if you're okay for that. And I was an hour earlier today. Again, if you are not in the UK, our time goes forward an hour tonight at 1 a.m. So the next stream will be at usual time. You won't have to count an hour ahead like you were before. You were thinking, oh no, well, why is she on so late? It's just that you jumped an hour ahead of me and left me behind. So you can find me back at the usual. We're gonna get back to our usual routines with time, rather than you're thinking that I've left you and I'm late. I'm not, I promise. It's just the times. Combine them. Do you know what? How many pencil sets have we got? And if we don't combine them, we'll never know. Just play around. Play around. Okay, I'm going to come down to this section now. Oh, I'm combining my pencils all the time. Although, I mean, I do use Prismas quite a lot because it's the most requested. But I think if I do different pencil sets, it's better. Otherwise, I'm only ever going to use Prismas. And I know I've used Prismas the majority. It's just because everyone says, oh, but what is that in Prismas? And I can't sit working them all out. And that's why I say you can always download a colour chart that's completed for any pencil set. Just match them up against your pencil sets that you own and you'll find the perfect match. It's a lot easier, I know, when you've got the pencils in front of you, but the next best thing is that you download a completed chart online. Say you did one of the polys and you wanted to do Luminance. So say you haven't got one or the other, whatever one you haven't got, download that coloured chart, get the one you have got and try and match it up. That's what I do. Shannon. Brian cracks me up. You two need your own show. Oh my goodness. I love it when the partners get involved. It's hilarious. Okay, these are the next colours that we're going to go to. And of course we come back to our very lightest colours, which just takes all the white spacing away. Yes, we have to change. Okay, I'm just going to have a sip of coffee. There's no hiding, Shannon. There's no hiding. You can't hide the stash. Brian's there. Okay, next we need pumpkin orange, and that is a Prismacolor. Oh my gosh, and plus the dogs, that will be so funny. Yeah, Brian, so you really need to know, is numbers worth it? Let's just call it 100 and be done with it, you know. Anything after that doesn't count. All right, Mum. Okay. Yeah, Dad must want the telly, bless him. Okay, pumpkin orange, which is our Prismacolor. This is one of my favourite colours ever in the world. I've gone through about 4 of these. I use it a lot. I use it in so many things. Fur, clothing, sun, flowers, practically every page I will grab this colour for something. Yeah, it does, Heather. Oh my gosh, Heather, we need to have words. Heather's forgotten the UK time thing and bananas. I hope Ian's okay, Heather. Yeah, our clocks go forward. We jump. So don't be up late tomorrow and think it's an hour earlier than what it is. Oh, God me. There's no hiding. Remember to wipe everything down. I'm telling everyone that. Anyone that gets parcels, wipe them down, especially cardboard. Cardboard is cardboard and plastic apparently, but cardboard's the worst. So wipe cardboard down. Bianca, 60 books. Honestly, it's fine. You got nothing to worry about. I remember that back in the day. back in the days. Let's roll on back to 2016. Good old days of 60 books. Oh my goodness. Lozzie counted my PDFs, by the way. Okay, I'm going to have to turn. We're turning. It's like 800 and something in that alone. Oh, I'm so sorry, Heather. Yes, we do. We do go back. Go forward. Go forward tonight. Not back. Forward. Connie, tell him there's always room. There's always room. In case she can't hear me, bless her. Probably got the sound low because of hubby. There you go. Just writing it in there. So if we turn that the other way round, Lozzie, it was 298, right? Is that real? That's the real figure. Let's stick with that one. Oh, you got the vintage set of Prismas. I've got a few of the old Prismacolors. I haven't got the vintage ones, but I've got the ones when they were made in the US. I'm trying to just keep those, but I love using them. Yeah, spring forward, fall back. That's right. Bianca, you got 6. Andrew would love you. Andrew would love you. He might want to swap. He might want to swap. Don't tell him that. He might swap me. He's already told me I've taken over 2 cupboards, which is true. It's true. And I've got... It's funny. I'm going to have to give in to a 3rd car. I always said the 2nd was the absolute limit. But, yeah, I think when everything's over, when... you know, the world gets back to some normality, I think I'm going to have to subject myself to admitting that a 3rd car, and then that's it. And then that really is my storage. But, you know, I don't have it. Mum will tell you, I'm very tidy, like ridiculously tidy. I don't have anything out of place. And I don't have anything out. I have everything tidied away, packed away. Behind closed doors, behind cupboards. I've got a big walk-in cupboard, and another floor to ceiling cupboard with my books. And it literally is, you shut the door, you don't see it. You have not got the Black Widows. What is happening, as Shannon would say? Okay, we're going to go to Russet. I highly recommend them. Oh, yeah, it's like a game of cat and mouse, isn't it? Do I want it? Don't I want it? Do I want it? And then you end up getting it eventually. Okay, let me put you that way. There we go. See how we're getting there? Now, we're going to have to put black and we're going to have to deepen up. That's after. Right, Russet. I'm going to turn her, and this is where I'm going to have to really... So, again, I've done this quite a few times with people. This is light, which is what we start off doing. With this, you're going quite dark. Can you see how much pressure I'm applying? But obviously you're going from a circle here, so you're fanning out. You are pressing that hard. This is going light. This is like, I'm not touching the paper. With the russet, we're going to build up. Now, I do build up to that degree. Patty, I love that. I love that. Yes, you are still decorating. Needs must. Lozzie, do I have to answer that one? It's a very secret space. Let's just say it's for tidy purposes. For now. Oh my gosh. No, I am just someone that I like everything put away. Genuinely. I have got one card out. Let me just try and just turn you around a second so you can see. Hold on, let me move that. So, if I take you over, forget that. I've got a card there, which is behind. I don't want to can you see that? So, it's kind of like behind my dining table sort of thing. Laura! Buzz is there. But it's kind of like there so that, you know, I've got that. And then I've got the other card is usually in that cupboard. I've just stuck it there for now. I don't know if you can see that. But the cupboard here, this one, is usually, I've got some more, you're not going to see in there. This, what's in there? I've got stuff in there. But yeah, so this cart rolls in that cupboard. And this cart here stays out. And there you are. And we are back. Now, let me just tighten. Sorry, I just took you on a little ride then. Right, let me just tighten that, guys, so that... There we go. All right. Sorry, that took you on a ride. I was just showing you, where the stuff usually is. So I have got the two cart. One cart is just out because I've got the pencils out. And then the other cart is my paint and markers cart that I've always sort of got out. And I wheel them back away when I'm done with everything at night. So I literally do it at my dining table. No, 3 is my limit. 3, no more than 3. I haven't got the room for any more, not unless I build an extension. Hi, Yashara. No, I have, honestly, I'm making that promise to myself. If I get one, it will be the last one. Because I don't want to see things out. Because I don't have people say, oh, you know, and I think, well, I haven't got a craft room. You know, my craft place is either the sofa, the bed, or the dining table. So if you put, for instance, someone's contents of their craft room, it probably wouldn't fit into 3 or 4 carts. It would need more. So I don't think I do too bad. I think I've got everything pretty concealed down, but I am so content. I genuinely say that. Savannah, personally, yes, I love my Black Widows, but it is entitled. What kind of pencil do you like? I'll ask you that first, right? I'm going to have to turn you just for this section at the very top. right here. Okay, what do you like in a pencil? Do you like waxy? What pencils have you got that you love? And then I can go from there to say if I think you would like them, because everyone's got different likes. I personally love them. I think they're one of the most flexible pencils. They fit with any set. I've literally used them with every other pencil set I own, and they combine like butter. They're just beautifully. Okay, Bianca, again, what is the style that you like? Because we can all join in on this one. What style of books are you usually heading for? Have you got Hannah Carlson's? Have you got like the popular ones, Joanna Basford's? Have you got the Clara Markova's? What kind of books are your thing that you enjoy the most? You have Prismas and Polys. Okay. Black Widows are more towards a poly than a Prisma. They are harder and they are more comparable to a polychromo. They mix in with both like beautifully, and they also can be bought in the smaller sets so that you don't have to buy a large set, so you can always try a smaller set first. If you were going to ask me which ones, if you do skin most, I would say get the skin tones first. If you do other things, I would say get the scorpions, just because I like the colours. But get one of the sets rather than investing in all of the sets. And that way you can tell whether you want to invest in the rest or you just keep that one. They take some getting used to if you're used to softer pencils like anything else. But I'd say if you've got those both, I think you would probably like them personally. Hey, Jane. Yes. She has got a bit of everything, hasn't she? She's got portraits, she's got animals, she's got jewels and underwater and nature, and she has got a bit of everything. Take care, Sue. But honestly, I would say shop by your interest as well. But don't forget, some of the books are overseas if you're not getting on Amazon, and they might not be available at this moment. I know quite a lot of people have pulled down their stores on shipping because of the corona. So just keep with the stores. Their normal products will be back in stores once this is over. I don't believe they're light fast, but I could be wrong. But the pigment on them is just as good as any other pencil, if you're on about the Black Widows. Okay, we've got some hair here. We'll come there after. We're nearly done. Okay, we're nearly done. Let's go for the lighter colours first. So remember, we go back to our lightest to fill in those white spaces, which will be Apricot and then the raw sienna. I am not too long from being done, I promise. I know I've done hair this whole time, but I have spoke my bum off. That's okay, Jane. Take care, hon. Enjoy your dinner. I know it's dinner time for those of us in the UK. That's exactly what I will go and head to with Andrew to make once I've finished my stream. I like both. I think that's my problem. It's a good thing and a weakness. I love using both. I like harder pencils for certain things like hair and botanical. And then I like soft pencils for pretty much everything else. Skin. I like a mixture. And I do find that actually harder pencils and softer pencils mix quite well together, even though they're two different things. Okay, do you like doing portraits or do you like a mixed bag, Bianca? As I said, everyone here are book addicts, so including myself. Have you watched my book collection? That might be a shopping list for you. Oh, I love the Artesias. I'm going to do something with them soon, as I just love them. Okay, and then we're going to go to our lightest colour, which is the raw sienna. And then we're going to get our dark brown. We'll do that bit after. I think you get the gist of it. I might even stop at this point, like, forget, because you can just do that the same as you've done everywhere else. I know, right? Oh, spag bowl. I love spag bowl, and the only time I had that for the first time in years at my mum's, before this all came to light about what we're going through right now, and yeah, I enjoyed it so much. Okay, now we need to put some more of the russet in, I think, shortly, especially on this bit. Let me do that. So I need to bring, oops, excusez-moi. I need to bring this a bit deeper, to be honest. And that's the thing, if you're never happy completely and you stand back and look, you need to deepen or fiddle, as I call it. Fiddling can be good, or you can over fiddle, and yeah, that's not always good. Bangers and mash. You know, one thing I've never been keen on is sausages. I made 2 sausages for Andrew, and I actually did one for Chip yesterday. I didn't have any. I like vegetarian sausages. I'm a meat eater, but I like vegetarian sausages, although I am not a massive meat fan. Although I eat it, I can take it or leave it. I do love vegetables, and I do absolutely love vegetarian, like sausages. I don't like their meats apart from the sausages, and cheese and anything. I'm not really massively a fan of meats or fish, but I like chicken and I like mince beef. I do like meat, but I can take it or leave it. It's not something that I sit there and I fancy. If I fancy something, it'd be cheese and crackers. But yeah, sausages are not my... It's that bacon I've gone off a little bit as well. I gave my slice of bacon to Andrew. I wasn't feeling it at all. Oh no, not a sausage fan. Okay, Bianca, it was a long time ago. If you go back in my video list, would you guys be interested in all the colouring books collection part 2, an updated one? Would you? Because it's like a 4-hour stream, but Andrew's around, so he can be the arms. Yeah, I do like it, but I'm not, like, I can take it or leave it. Okay. Dark brown. You would. It's going to be a long ride, I'm just saying. A long ride. But I can do one of those. That'll be fun, because Andrew's around. Okay, let me put that as a stream soon. Okay. He can do the arms for us. He can be the strong man, because I can't lift all those and carry them in. Okay. People shop through me. It's quite funny. I'm like your shopping catalogue. Okay, we're going to go for the dark brown, and then we've got black. I'm going to leave that little bit because I've done the majority. I just do that in my free time. You get how to do it. You've done it all with me at this point. Okay, dark brown. Now, we're going to go same amount roughly as I did here. I am going to put a heavier influence now, and you'll see I'll bring you down into this area and this area, but any area that is darker is going to have more of the dark brown and russet. No, it's just the books. I do every sort of quarter, but to be honest, I haven't actually been doing a lot because of what had happened. But yeah. Oh, yeah. Should I do an updated one, Becky, on all of the colouring books live again? But don't forget, this is like a year and a half later, so there is quite a lot of additions. Oh, I'm right by my microphone. Are you all hearing me okay? I'm right. If I go on it, I'm like in the microphone, but I am literally hugging it. Okay, dark brown. There's also a little section, can you see there? So we're going to bring, I'm going to bring some russet in there. We need a bit of orange in there as well, but we'll bring some russet, just like that, and the same on that side. I'll also bring in a bit of the carrot, Black Widow. Oh, hi Sharon. Maybe it's our providers, Heather, because I know us in the UK have had really, really rubbish time with our YouTubes. I honestly didn't think I'd be able to stream today. Oh. I wonder what it is. I think it's our connections, Heather. Oh, okay, bless her. Yeah, but I didn't think that I'd be able to stream because the quality, I keep buffering. If I try and watch anyone, I'm with BT here in the UK, and I don't know if anyone else is that's from here, but I'm with BT and our connection's been awful. Okay, so I'm going to turn because I need to go around that bend. So I'm just going to, again, can you see I'm not going in harsh? If I bring you down. If I try it, wait a minute, let me just put the brightness up a tad. Okay, so I'm just allowing the brown to come through, but I'm not putting in a heck of a lot, because otherwise it's going to oversaturate it with brown when the whole point is that it's a redded colour. But I also, in the same respect, need to see it. So that's that fine line of how much pressure I'm putting down. And it can change everything if I do too much. But then again, you can go over with russet and it won't be too bad. So I'm just going to try and bring in this brown colour. And the same with bringing that round here and up. And if you're going to put any darker tone in to make the strands stand out, I would say don't go black all over. That is your very last colour, because otherwise black is really hard to erase without erasing a whole section of colour that you've already worked so hard to make. So I'm just going to shade that leaf a bit on the outer edge, as will I on this part, and as will I on this part, just to make that stand out. Oh, my internet's been awful, Louise. Take care, Lou. I'll see you hopefully around soon, and take care. Yeah, mine's been bad. Andrew tell you, our Wi-Fi keeps failing on us, and we keep having to change to our mobile providers and the internet is so essential right now, especially to a man who's usually used to, working and is bored stiff. But he has been doing a bit on the piano, and he's learning and nearly mastered You Raise Me Up. You know that, you raise me up so I can stand on mountains, that one. He's doing that. Okay, so I have to turn, and I'll put that up there. So I will come back in with some russet after, I think. There we go. Right, I'm going to have to bring you up. Oh, hey, Isabel. Hey, how are you? I did message you, honey, because I wasn't sure if or when this was coming back in the store. But thank you so much. I did say to everyone it will be back in. But I've put your store in the description anyway. We're just doing the hair today. We're just doing the hair today. And I hope you're keeping safe in Poland. Because my partner's family, his mum's family, are from Poland as well. So, you know. And I know that you're a little bit safer than he is. So that's good. Hi, Elisa, as well. I didn't see you there. It's such a brilliant page. And as I said to Isabella, when I was doing, when I sent her a message, I know she's already seen my one, which is that one. So we will be doing the whole thing on stream. But this is what I come to do, and do it with everybody as well. So I just thought it would be a good idea, being that we're all going through the same thing at the moment, and the message with the mask is really, really strong. So I thought we'd do it today. But yeah, we did have that in the screen. Yeah, keep safe, and your children and your family in Poland. So we are almost done, lovelies. I've been on nearly 3 hours, wow. And you all have been so amazing and kept me company. And I hope I've kept you company. And those of you, you know, all of you, you did not have to do that. That was so, so kind of you. So it's been a really pleasant few hours, I can tell you that. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I put in any black, we're going to go to the raw sienna. And I'm just going to apply some of that into the white sections that you might see that you've left. I've only got a few. Yeah, you did. Well, yeah, we're just going out if absolutely essential. Lumies and Prismas probably. But we'll see as I go along. Yeah, your government was really good. I saw. And we're really impressed, because then we know that Andrew's nan is safe, because she lives in the suburbs up in Poland. So and that's the key, just slowing and flattening the curve of the spread, isn't it? It's knowing how to flatten it is the problem. Take care, Savannah. Thank you for coming. Okay, if I lift you up, and as I said, Isabel is going to put her image back in the store, so you're not going to miss out, so you can go buy it. I have got this plait to do as well. We're nearly there. So before I do the plait, because I've got this bit to do on it as well, it won't take long. The plait is very quick. I'm not going to put black in the screen. You could get any black that you own. I'm going to use a poly just because it's harder and I like it, in terms of it's not going to crumble and it's not going to give off a wax bloom. But you can use any black pencil. You can use a Prisma, you can use a Lumi, but if you're going to ask me for which preference of mine, I would say the POLYCHROMOS, just purely because it is not crumbly. So we're going to go very tight, like again. So if we're going on the amount I'm putting down, it's like that. If you're going to do hard, that's the difference. So we're going to go for the lightest version, and then we'll do this part quickly and that part. So we won't actually need, I used 3 colours last time on my plait because I used the raw sienna, I'm trying to think now, carrot and russet. And I think because it's such little tiny areas, you don't have to overdo it. It's not like the main hair where you've got quite a lot going on. So you can definitely just choose a couple of colours as opposed to a lot. Bacon. I'm so sorry. I'm talking about food and it is making everyone hungry. And it's because everyone else is going for their dinners here. Because it is 6 p.m. and a lot of people are making their dinners. I've got lamb chops, but no fat on them. And Andrew's got salmon because he absolutely loves fish. He loves salmon. I am not a fish person. I don't like it. It's not my thing. So I'm hardly touching the paper. It's just to give a tiny bit more definition to what there already is. So it's just very minimal so that you just do have that definition of hair. You got a bit here, so we will do that because it won't take long, will it? If I aim to be done in the next 15 minutes, I will get this done. Okay, so what I'm going to say with this part is very lightly, to make sure that you have that difference of where it curves, just very lightly apply this, like tiny little amounts. And with this round bit as well, just again to kind of just make sure that you have not gone overboard. Go to the edge of your pencil, just very lightly bring in some strands, just a small amount. The same. Now with these sections, you can ever so slightly, again, lightly does it. Just add a tiny amount underneath so you can see that it is this kind of little knot. But we're nearly there. Okay. And the same, I'm going to go for like this hand. It's going to have a bit and in between there. All right. So very, very quickly, let's bring you down again. We have this little section here, and because it's heavily shadowed, we don't have to do all those colours. So I'm just going to go straight on in. We're going to skip raw sienna, which was our base, and we're going to go for apricot, which is a food again, I'm sorry. And I'm just going to go on the underneath of all of that. So skip the first and just go into the light sections with the second colour. You don't need to put the others down because it's going to be wasted. I don't, Hannah. No, I don't. I hear everyone talking about it at the moment though, which you're all sounding like everyone's having a great time with it. But no, I don't. I've never heard of it up till last week. I know, that's terrible. Okay, I'm going to go in with my carrot. And again, I'm just going to add a little bit. So just applying in. What devices are you playing Animal Crossing on? Because a lot of people are doing it on Nintendo Switch, am I right? Or is it on other devices as well? Okay. Now, with this part here, you do need the raw sienna. So we're going to come in with the lightest colour, which is just going to go all over this bit because it's got more highlight, right? So we're going to go for that. Let's just base it all. And there's quite a deep shadow in this as well, so it's going to have a heavy influence of our darker tones, which is Russet and Pumpkin Orange. Right, we're going to go all the way up this plait, literally, with the same undercolour. All the way, all the way, all the way, and also up to there. Okay. So it's gone from the top. If you need to add a little bit more, just do. All the way. I'm going to leave that because that can be a different colour, and then you've come there. You don't need it in that. We can go to Apricot with that. Just bear with me a second. Okay, sorry, I was just stretching. Okay. Next up is going to be that went down the wrong hole. Carrot again in this area. See, the problem I've been having is that it's so salty, and it really tastes salty, and I don't like it when it's super, super salty. Otherwise, I love it, but yeah, that's the reason why. Okay, so back down. We're going to skip Apricot on this, and we're going to put Carrot. Because we can put Apricot in the highlights. So all is not lost. I fancy making these little sort of potato, because right, when you're in quarantine, lockdown, or whatever you want to call it, self-isolation, you know, whatever you want to name it, we've got just unique times. A bag of potatoes go a long way. So there's so many things you can do with a bag of potatoes. You can make little quarters of them and have tuna salad with light potatoes. You can have light potato cakes. You can make homemade hash browns, potato mash. I can never say it. I'm not even going to embarrass myself. What are they called? Croquettes. Potato croquettes. I can. There we go. Cannot say it. Well, anyway, there's endless possibilities with one bag of potatoes. Bubble and squeak. So many options. So if you are at home and you do have a bag of potatoes, there are so many recipes, it's crazy, that you can look up right now, and you can make endless recipes with a bag of potatoes. So that is what I've been looking up, because I've got a sack of spuds, as we say, a sack of spuds, a bag of potatoes. And I'm like, well, I could do some roast, I could do mash, but they're the usual stuff. You really can. You can make so much, can't you? Chips, wedges. You can put a tiny bit of seasoning, salt and pepper, and make some lovely wedges in the oven, and they're guilt-free. But yeah, so grab a bag of potatoes if you can, and you can make a lot of dinners. A lot of dinners. Okay, so we're just going into all these sections here, and those ones I'm going to come like round. Now I'm going to join up some of the edges. Okay, and then that's fine on that section. Right, back to here. Russet. Yes, I can. Yeah, that one as well. I can never say that. So Russet is going to go into here. I looked up. That is such an easy recipe as well. Really? Is it because are they not grown near you, or is it the conditions they don't grow? What is it that you are hard to get, Becky? Like, is there a reason? Are they imported usually? Yet they're so versatile. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was out of camera shot then. So all I've done is added it all into there. We're going to come into this section as well. Sorry, I was just out of shot then. And we're nearly done. We're very nearly done, and you've stuck it out all this time, and hopefully you'll feel confident to pick up and mix your pencils and try some lovely strawberry blonde hair. Oh no, that's a shame. And yet they're so versatile right now. Mind you, you can buy frozen, which is always an option. So if you can get in the shops, there's so many different, you can get waffles, potato waffles. You can get so many things, wedges, chips or fries. You see, it's funny, when I say chips, I mean fries. Okay, we're nearly done. Let's go up that side, down that side. We'll put apricot into that, but we'll just get our deeper tones in first. Okay, so I need to go around with dark brown on the edges of that, but what I am going to do is bring in apricot. Just, you know, all these areas that you see that are light, I'm just going to put them with apricot. So take the white out, not with the raw sienna. This time we're going to take the white out with the apricot, and you're still going to have your strands. You're not going to lose those because they're already applied. And we are going to put shadows in with some brown. So all the way down. And you'll see that she's actually provided like shadows for you when you do the skin. You can see either side because it is grayscaled. So you've also got that when you do the skin. Right, so I'm doing this before I come in with the brown, right? So again, like I said, apricot is now going to play a part because it's going to come into your lightest tones and on there as well. So you're going all these places with apricot rather than the because they're darker. But I'm going to take you up so you can see like the full picture like that, which is a lot better for you. Right, now with regards to the dark brown, we're going to go into this area, just all those dark spaces that you have that is grayscaled for you. Just put some into those. You don't have to overly do this part at all because it's already got quite a lot of grayscale in it, and the same applies to this area. Now you might want to shadow those leaves on the underneaths of them depending on where your light source is coming from. I'm going to say the underneaths, and also the separation between this part and that part. So I'm just going to add enough in. When you're going to shadow the plait, just on a very small scale, like sort of that, going down. Yep, so light and light and light. Ah, Lulu, take care of yourself. That's okay. You do. Lurking is like just as amazing as chatting. You don't have to ever feel to talk if you're feeling a bit poop. So you're welcome. Anytime. Okay, so just on the outside of it, so you've got a definite like separation, and it's the same with that. So we're going to put a little bit more pressure on that bit, and the same when you're coming sort of down this area here on this bit of hair. So it's the same there, yeah? And then I'm just going to make sure there's a very definitive separation on those 3 bits. Take care. Thank you for popping in. And hi, Victoria. Thank you so much. And I hope that you stay safe as much as possible, and the children. And thank you for this amazing image. It's definitely so well received at times like this. Victoria, I hope you're feeling a little bit better today. Bless you. So everyone, Victoria has been a lurker for a while, and I'm just so happy that she decided to join us in chat. So thank you for joining us. And yeah, it's amazing that more of you that didn't feel to talk because you were a little bit, oh, I don't know if I'm going to be, you're fine. You're welcomed with open arms. Okay, so there we go. We have a nice fiery red hair. We are going to go with just a tiny bit of black. And let's just do a comparison to see. This one, oh, yeah, they're about the same. I just got to add a little bit more definition, I think, but it's pretty much the same, isn't it? This one's probably got a little bit more black. Okay, so with that being said, black, any pencil brand that you have, just no fine liners because it will ruin it. Any black that you've got, and don't forget, you will define it a little bit more once you come to the skin, because you'll have a shadow like over here. So it's only like certain areas that need defining, so don't overdo it because there's absolutely no need to. It's fine as it is. It doesn't need it. It's just something that I do as preference. And I just add them in a little bit more free as and where I fancy them. And you can do this on any hair. It's just that I love hair. I love hair. So for me, this is just very relaxing, and at a time like now I really need relaxing. So hair is my thing that I like to do. Hey! Okay, so we've got a little bit we missed. I'm just going to put a bit of pumpkin orange in there. That can be blocked, as is that little bit there. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, so I have blabbered away for 3 hours with you. I've enjoyed every single moment of it. And I'm so glad that you have been distracted in a good way. And again, thank you so much, Lozzie, Connie, Becky, and Claire. You are so amazing, and as I say, you're just going through the same thing as well. So I hope that you all stay absolutely safe. And as I say to you, stay home. I'm not talking about if you have to go out or if you have to work. For those of you that don't have to go out, stay home, protect your healthcare, and ultimately you will save lives and protect yourself as well, because you just never know at the moment, and it's all about staying safe. It is the ultimate goal for everybody. We need you. It has been that long. How quick, right? I know. So just again, I'm just placing in my shadows. I'm fiddling as I usually do, you know. But yes, please stay safe. Okay, and that is our hair done. I will continue this one actually. So I'm doing this one in my free time, but I will do her on streams. That is her hair. Give me 48 hours. Because tomorrow, yes, my mods are amazing as always, and all of you for the company, the chat, the laughs, the links, just everything. But yes, I will continue this on stream with you, and the Hannah Lynn wasn't. That was just a stream just because, you know, I was really unsettled that day. But thank you so very much. I've had a really nice afternoon with you. Yes, stay home. But yes, I will see you. I'll let you know on my community tab. Lots of love to you all. I completely understand that everyone is not in the frame of mind at the moment, but hopefully that will